Welcome to How to Videos for Sleep channel. Tonight, we're drifting off with a gentle journey into the quiet world of creation. In this video, how is paper made? From ancient scrolls to the notebook on your desk, paper has shaped human history. And tonight, we'll follow its calm, careful path from raw fiber to smooth sheet, all while helping you relax into a peaceful sleep. Long before machines hummed in factories, paper began with something simple: plants. The story starts in ancient China, over 2,000 years ago, when a court official named Kai Lun mixed mulberry bark, hemp, rags, and water in a wooden vat. He stirred the slurry slowly, then lifted a fine mesh screen through it, letting the fibers settle into a thin, wet layer. Sunlight and time dried it into the first true sheets of paper. Light, flexible, and ready to carry words across centuries. Today, the process is more refined, but no less soothing. In modern mills, trees, mostly softwoods like pine or spruce, are stripped of bark and chipped into small pieces. Those chips travel into large digesters, where heat and chemicals gently break them down into pulp. It's a slow cook, like simmering soup, releasing the long cellulose fibers that give paper its strength. That pulp flows into a huge tank, diluted with water until it's mostly liquid, about 99% water, in fact. Then, it's poured onto a moving mesh belt, a continuous loop that lets the water drain away, while the fibers begin to weave together. You can almost hear the soft whisper of fibers finding each other, aligning in the current, forming a fragile web. Next comes pressing. Giant rollers, smooth and cool, squeeze out more water, compressing the mat of fibers into something recognizable. It's still damp, but now it has body, like dough before it's baked. Then, it glides through heated cylinders, drying slowly under warm, even heat. The paper emerges crisp and quiet, ready for the final touch. Calendaring rolls smooth its surface, giving it that familiar glide under your pen or printer head. Finally, it's rolled onto massive spools, some as wide as a car and weighing tons, then cut, stacked, and shipped out into the world. Every sheet you've ever written on, folded, or crumpled began as a tree, water, and time. And now as you listen, imagine holding a fresh sheet, cool, smooth, blank. Feel its quiet potential. No rush, no noise, just the soft rhythm of creation, repeating itself in mills and minds alike. Your breath slows, your thoughts soften, and somewhere, far away, another sheet of paper is being born, while you drift deeper into rest. The hum of the paper machine fades into the distance, replaced only by the quiet rhythm of your breath. Each inhale, each exhale, as steady as the rollers turning in that warm, quiet mill. Think of the forests where it all begins, tall pines swaying in a breeze so gentle it barely stirs the needles. Sunlight filters through the branches, dappling the earth below. No urgency, no hurry. Just growth, season after season, ring after ring. And when a tree is chosen, it's not an end, but a transformation. Its fibers, once carrying water and life upward, now carry stories, sketches, letters, dreams. Every notebook, every page of a favorite book, every grocery list scribbled at midnight, it all shares the same quiet origin. In the factory, the pulp flows like a slow river. Workers move calmly, checking gauges, adjusting flows, but mostly just watching, because the process knows what to do. It's been perfected over centuries, not rushed, not forced, just guided, like your own thoughts right now, gently guided towards stillness. The paper dries under warm rollers, not too hot, not too fast, just enough to coax the moisture away without cracking or curling. Patience is built into every step. And as you listen, you can borrow that patience for yourself. Let your muscles soften. Let your mind unclench. There's nowhere else to be. Nothing else to do. Even the sound of paper being made is soft. A low murmur, a whisper of water, the faint rustle of fibers bonding. No sharp edges, no sudden noises, just continuity, flow, rest. And now, picture your favorite paper, the one you love to write on. Maybe it's creamy white, or slightly off, white like old parchment. Maybe it has a faint texture, like linen, or it's perfectly smooth, gliding under your pen. Feel its weight in your hands, light but present, reassuring. As you hold it in your mind, feel your body growing heavier too, not with fatigue but with calm. Your eyelids, soft as tissue paper. Your shoulders relaxed like a sheet laid flat after being folded too long. Somewhere, right now, a child is drawing their first sun on a fresh page. A poet is crossing out a line, then writing a better one. A scientist is sketching a new idea, all on paper, quiet, humble, essential. And you're resting, breathing, letting the story of how paper is made carry you further into peace, deeper into sleep. The fibers have settled, the rollers have turned, the page is ready, and so are you. Did you know that the oldest known piece of paper still in existence dates back to around 100 BC? It was found in a tomb in China, wrapped around a bronze mirror, preserved for over 2,000 years, just waiting to be rediscovered. Paper isn't just for writing. In Japan, artisans craft washi paper so strong it's used in traditional lanterns, sliding doors, and even clothing. Some washi can last centuries without yellowing or tearing, stronger than many modern papers, yet made entirely by hand from the bark of mulberry trees. During World War II, paper shortages led to creative reuse. People ironed used paper to smooth it out and write on the blank side again. In some schools, students practiced math on tiny slates or reused paper until it was nearly translucent. And here's a quiet wonder. The average tree can produce about 8,000 sheets of standard printer paper, but recycled paper, 1 ton of it saves 17 trees, 7,000 gallons of water, and enough energy to power the average home for 6 months. Every time you use the back of an old envelope or scribble on scrap, you're part of that gentle cycle. Paper has even traveled to space. Astronauts have used specially treated paper aboard the International Space Station. Lightweight, non-flammable, and designed to work in zero gravity without shedding fibers that could clog sensitive equipment. And in some monasteries, monks still make paper by hand, using centuries-old methods. They beat fibers with wooden mallets, form sheets in bamboo screens, and dry them in shaded courtyards. Each page a meditation, each sheet a silent prayer. Even your dreams might be shaped by paper. Think of the bedtime stories read from paper books, the journal where you wrote your worries before sleep, the origami crane folded by a loved one and left on your pillow. Paper holds more than ink. It holds memory, care, and calm intention. So as you rest tonight, remember, you're surrounded by quiet miracles, and one of the oldest, softest, most humble of them all is the paper that carried human thought across time and now carries you gently into sleep. In Nepal, monks and artisans still make lokta paper from the bark of the lokta bush, a plant that regrows within 5 years after harvesting, making it one of the most sustainable fibers on earth. This paper is naturally moth-resistant, water-resistant, and so durable that Nepal's government uses it for official documents and currency. And long before smartphones, people used paper to tell time. In ancient China, paper clocks, called incense clocks, were designed with trails of powdered incense laid on paper templates. As the incense burned at a steady rate, it marked the passing hours with scent and silence, not sound. A timepiece you could smell, not hear. Perfect for a sleeping world. Paper has even saved lives. During the 19th century, doctors used blotting paper to absorb excess medicine or test small samples. In wartime field hospitals, clean paper served as temporary bandages or sterile wrapping when cloth was scarce. Some artists use paper not just as a surface, but as the sculpture itself, carving entire forests, faces, or galaxies from single sheets. The detail is so fine, it seems to breathe, and yet, if you held it too tightly, it might vanish like a sigh. There's a type of paper called stone paper, made not from trees, but from crushed limestone and a small amount of non-toxic resin. It's waterproof, tear-resistant, and requires no water to produce, unlike traditional paper, which uses about 10 liters of water per single sheet. Stone paper feels smooth, almost silky, and when you crumple it, it springs back like memory foam. Even your sleep might be touched by paper in ways you've never noticed. The filter in your air purifier, often layered with fine paper fibers. The lining of your favorite tea bag, made from food-safe paper that won't dissolve, but lets flavor flow. The soft padding inside your pillowcase sometimes includes paper-based fibers for breathability. And here's a quiet truth. Paper ages with grace, unlike plastic, which cracks and yellows harshly. Good paper mellows, deepening in tone like old parchment, holding its shape, whispering stories through boxing and folds. A love letter from decades ago still feels intimate in your hands, not because of the words alone, but because of the paper that carried them. So as you sink deeper now, imagine all the paper in the world, stacked, rolled, folded, floating in drawers, libraries, attics, and pockets. Each sheet a silent witness, each fiber a thread of human care. And in this moment, there's nothing to write, nothing to decide, just you, the hush of night, and the soft legacy of paper, holding space in the quiet corners of history. For dreams, paper has been more than a tool. It's been a companion. In Victorian England, dream diaries were kept on handmade paper, tucked beneath pillows so the sleeper might remember visions by morning light. People believed the paper absorbed not just ink, but intention, like a quiet listener in the dark. And in Finland, there's a tradition of writing wishes on small slips of birch bark paper, then placing them under a stone by a lakeside at dusk. The wind, the water, and time would carry the wish away, not with fanfare, but with stillness. Paper even plays a role in modern sleep science. Researchers use paper-based sensors, thin, flexible, and silent, to monitor breathing and heart rate during sleep studies. These sensors stick gently to the skin like a whisper. No wires, no beeping, just soft paper tracking the rhythm of rest. Some luxury bedding brands weave micro-thin paper fibers into their sheets for temperature regulation. The fibers wick moisture, stay cool in summer, and feel like a second skin, proof that even in sleep, paper cradles us. And consider this. Every time you turn a page in a book before bed, you're engaging in a ritual older than electricity. The soft rustle, the slight resistance as the page lifts, the faint scent of ink and pulp. It's a sensory lullaby, tuned over centuries to calm the mind. Studies show that reading from paper, not screens, helps signal to your brain that it's time to wind down. No blue light, no pings, just paper and peace. Even origami, the art of paper folding, has been used in therapy to ease anxiety. The slow, deliberate creases, the focus on symmetry and form, the quiet transformation of a flat square into a crane or a lotus. It's mindfulness you can hold in your hands. And tonight, as you listen, you don't need to fold or write. or create. You only need to receive. Let the story of paper wrap around you like a blanket made of whispers, from forest to fiber, from pulp to page, from hand to heart. It's all been leading here, to this moment, to your breath, slowing, to your thoughts, softening, to your body, sinking into the quiet support beneath you. The world keeps making paper, and you're making rest. So let go and sleep.